There's a story of a little old man sat having a pint in a bar. And there's a bunch of young ones there, a bit loud, a bit boisterous. And one of them came over, he knocked the old man to the ground and said, "That," he said, "is karate from Japan." Little old man picked himself up, sat back at the bar again, continued to have a drink. Same young man came over again minutes later, knocked the old man to the ground and said, "That is kung fu from China." Little old man finished his drink and went away. Within half an hour he came back, and the same young man with his friends laughing and joking, thinking they were clever, was still there. He went over, he knocked this young man to the ground, knocked him out cold and said to his friends, when he comes round, tell him that was a shovel from B&Q. Japan and China are part of our world. We live on a planet where we are surrounded by different countries, different nations, different flags, different cultures, north, south, east and west. And today's Feast of Christ the King was instituted in 1925. The world as it was then wasn't a great place to be. Maybe like our own world in many, many ways. It was very divided and in a serious need of a rethink as we are in our own world. And today's feast of 1925 Christ the King seemed out of step at the time because nationalism was rife in Europe. It was rampant. People were encouraged to pledge their allegiance to a flag or to an ideology. Symbols of new states began to emerge after the First World War. Racism, prejudice, anti-Semitism, an attack on the disabled, etc. were rife. It festered and came to a climax during World War II with the Holocaust. Before all this, loyalty was to a person, to a king or a queen. And it was an important thing. You may remember the slogan during the war, king and country comes to mind. Today's feast makes it clear that there is a power greater than ourselves. That royalty and heads of state and flags. And today's feast is a wake-up call and a reminder that if we get our loyalty and allegiance to God right, we have a fair chance of getting everything else right. As a Catholic Christian people, we are invited to live in a particular way. Maybe this may help us all on the Feast of Christ the King. We all have our days where we feel we can't survive. Sometimes dreams are shattered. Friendships may fall apart. Loved ones may hurt us. Finances may worry us. Sickness may overtake us. We may even lose people that we love. But God will always be there to guide us through even the toughest of times. So never lose faith, hold on to hope, and trust in God always. Or as Jesus tells us, Christ the King, "Come to me, all you who labour and are overburdened, and I will give you rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I had some sad news the other day. A friend of mine said to me that his wife's left him, taken his Bob Marley collection and his satellite dish, poor devil. No woman, no sky. Have a lovely day, everybody. Hope to see you soon. God bless. Father Mike.